as much as possible, don't dump your foodstuffs right into the fridge when you get them either from the stores, because you don't know what preservation has been done. Don't be fooled that, there is no fridge there and so forth. No, there are controlled temperatures and chemicals that...
Welcome to Nutrition Nyumbani. I am Magdalene and I am joined by Madam Noeline Nancy. And in this particular video, we are going to talk about why keeping your foods directly from the market into the fridge could be dangerous to you. So welcome, Madam, and explain more about that.
Thank you. And you don't even underestimate that, because it could be very fancy. I pick my tomatoes, I pick my vegetables from the market or the supermarket, and then I go straight away, dump them in the fridge. And we actually, especially maybe if you're picking from a market where they are already being stored under refrigerator temperatures. The reason why it is very dangerous today is because of how we produce these foods. We want, the market and the people, of course, when we go to the market, we want the vegetables or the fruits that are biggest, look more juicy, and they are, very colorful. We want, if it is vegetables, those with the biggest leaves, they're looking very green, they are radiating, it's like they're calling you. And that is what market wants. But do we know what it takes to produce them that way? Just how much chemicals are being put in that are then making them to look like that? If only we knew that, then we should now be able to appreciate nature. Because we have interfered with nature so much. It's like we are trying to fool nature. A piece of orange probably should be a certain size. But then it is much bigger nowadays. No offense. But do we sit and think about what makes that fruit that big? We are just like, we are getting value for money. It is very sweet. Do we understand? Or it is not going bad at all. You could walk to a stand and you could see that from Monday to Monday, there's this kind of maybe bunches of bananas that are hanging there. They are very yellow. No spot of black. From Monday to Monday. Do we sit and think about what keeps them that way? Because natural ripening will come with a little bit of spots here and there. There is a science that brings that ripening without any spotting. Well, how safe are you? And all you can do is pick them from the market or where you bought them from and come dump them in the fridge. Why? Because you want them to remain in that state for long. We are getting it wrong. Because the moment we buy them, we might not have so much control as at the time we buy them in that particular manner. But the moment we have already bought them, we have a chance. You have a chance to choose health.
Right.
Don't choose death. In fact, we actually told that we have been given the power to choose health. Okay, the power to choose life and death is in our hands. But we keep choosing death because we don't know what to do with some things. Just know, as yellow or as amazing as that thing is, as big as that vegetable leaf is, so much has happened in terms of chemicals and so forth to keep it that way for long. When you come with it in your house, allow nature to at least decompose what can be decomposed. So that by the time you go and store, at least you're storing something that is not going to harm your body. Did you know that most of the chemicals that are used either to support uniform ripening or even to just process or promote production at a certain desirable level, most of them could actually be gotten rid of if we just allow our foods to be at room temperature for 30 minutes or so. as much as possible, don't dump your foodstuffs right into the fridge when you get them either from the stores, because you don't know what preservation has been done. Don't be fooled that, there is no fridge there and so forth. No, there are controlled temperatures and chemicals that can be used to keep those foods in that particular state. But when they come into your house, it is now your chance to make it right. And it's not yet lost until you do it the wrong way, until you preserve the wrong way. Most of these chemicals will remain active when you just take your food that way within a very short time and put it in the fridge. Allow food to stay at room temperature. You can even just, if it is your vegetables, have a very big pan or a very big, maybe clean mat in your pantry. Put your vegetables maybe in cooking, in basins or in whatever kitchen basins or some storage container there. Allow the vegetables to stay there for at least even 3 hours or so before you can now transfer them to the fridge. As simple as that is, you will have allowed most of the chemicals to decompose. Most of these whole issues to do with pesticides residues to just be broken down. Because you don't know, maybe they will just spray that morning so that they can look as good as possible, so that they can attract you to buy. But now once you buy them, it is now your chance to make it right, so that your body can have a good chance to eat right. Because these pesticides, when taken in very excess amounts, they are contributing to some very good percentage of the cancers we see today, the lifestyle diseases we're seeing today. Allow nature, room temperature, to control as much as possible. We don't need to dump them direct to the fridge. That thing will happen. Allow them to even stay at least 3-4 hours, and then now you can put them in the fridge.
They will be safe now.
Yeah, and if by any chance you forget them and put them tomorrow morning, the better. You will tell us, the green leaves will look a little bit curled. But is it better to take something that is big and a little bit curled, but healthy, or to take that which looks very fresh, very succulent, and yet it is not very healthy? No one, a very good person will tell you, we've been in situations where we need to get maybe vegetables from a nearby farmer. The farmer will tell you, this week I'm not plucking vegetables for you because I just sprayed yesterday. So, how sure are we that where we are getting those fruits from or those vegetables from, they were not just sprayed and then a buyer appeared with very good money? What happens? They will be. Yeah. Or sometimes during the production, so much of the pesticides have been used. Yes, they stopped using them at the correct time, but then a lot had already been used. And therefore, they just come and, they just come and now in that state of excess pesticides, then they're just there. Now you put them in your fridge because you don't want them to get spoiled. That will be a trouble. Allow nature, and don't cover them. No, let them be open. Don't even feel, they will be flesh. No, the issue is you would rather wash them after exposing them than having them consumed in a very controlled, or having them stored in a very controlled environment that will just expose you to diseases. You don't need to refrigerate everything, by the way. Whatever you can store at room temperature and never have to worry about them, that's okay. Whatever needs to be stored there, allow it some time before you continue and store it. It is at that time that you can even do now your salt water and just remove the pesticides. It is at that time that you can also do your washing with some wood ash solution. And if you've not watched that video, please hurry and watch, because it will help you on just how to remove these pesticides naturally. When you do that, you see within those 30 minutes or those 2-3 hours, you will have done your pesticide residue removal. When you do that, then now you can store. So that will be good.
Sure.
You will be eating healthy, as compared to just taking them from the market or supermarket directly to your fridge. You didn't do yourself any justice. You are actually using your money to buy foods, then using your fridge which you bought with your money to kill you. Because these pesticides are okay at very low temperatures, but they will go wrong. They will be decomposed at room temperature.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for that amazing and wonderful session, that you are putting a disclaimer for those people who just buy things and just stock them
In fact, the first stop is before the door of your fridge, so that you can start putting the foods directly. No, you're not doing yourself justice.
Yeah.
Break somewhere in the pantry, wash them, wash them with the salt water or with the wood ash. You don't know how to make them? Look at our video, so that we can just be healthy. And you know, we call them lifestyle diseases. Isn't that lifestyle? How we store our food?
Sure.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that disclaimer for us. And because this is Nutrition Nyumbani, always talking about healthy living, we are also helping you to escape those dangers that will take you away from your healthy lifestyle. So subscribe and share to as many people as possible, so that they can be able to get this important information, that it will help them. So also comment your questions at the comment section and share. Till our next episode.